So continuing with our series, normal versus hack. Today we're going to be having a look at fast food. So as I'm sure you can already tell, today we're going to be testing 3 different McDonald's hacks. We'll compare this against the normal versions and see if it actually works better or not. With that being said, let's get into our first test to see how well it works. So for our first hack, you're going to need any McDonald's meal, but most importantly, the main item needs to have this little slit at the back of the box there. So what we'll do is we'll take our straw and our drink and place it in, just like so. Place it on top of our straw, and just as I mentioned, that little slit sort of goes through there. And now, obviously, if I let go, this will just fall that way. What we'll do is we'll take our fries now and put it into this side. Should balance that out. Look at that! So now I've got a little tray. We can hold everything with one hand, get some of our drink, grab a few fries, and most importantly, get a burger, which is not so easy to eat with one hand. My only concern is this box is not very strong. And as soon as I start eating one or more of these, the balance becomes thrown off a little bit. And then you're looking at making a mess wherever you are, which must most likely be in a car with this. So even though this looks like it works quite well, I did a bit of research as to why that slit is actually there. And essentially it's because you have a hot food item which creates steam, and that steam needs to go somewhere, otherwise you'll just deteriorate the box really, really quickly. So I think that's just to sort of vent out some of the steam through the back of the box. So starting off quite strong, I think hack gets the W there. Pretty decent, to be honest. Let's move on to our next one. So for our next hack, apparently there's a much cleaner way to eat a Big Mac, or any burger that is, with the items inside of it. So essentially what they say is typically you'd eat a burger this way around. We'll put that to the side so we can see any mess that's made here. Already one. Okay, put that to the side. We'll start fresh. So typically you'd eat your burger this way around. Bottom bun on the bottom, top bun on the top. Makes sense. And you just sort of eat it like that. That wasn't too bad. There you go. Some mess being made already. But apparently to fix that, all we need to do is flip this round. And now we have a cleaner eating experience. So let's see. Do you know what? That actually kind of has worked quite well. I don't know if you can see the sort of middle bun there has shifted. So it's sort of created a ledge now, as opposed to the stuff just falling off the bottom. You can see it's being caught on the little ledge there. So that actually isn't a bad hack. So that works quite well. Hack gets another W for that one. So for a third and final hack, we're going to be having a look at sauce distribution. Now, typically how you eat these, as I'm sure I won't have to show you, but I will anyway, is we'll open up the packet like so of our sauce. We've got barbecue sauce here. And dip it in. There we go. And it's sort of well covered on at least half for the full bite. Lots of sauce. Pretty decent. But apparently what you're actually meant to do, or at least the hack states you should do, is open up your barbecue sauce. Exactly the same. Squeeze it out over the chicken nuggets as much as you can. Give it a shake. Now, I think it's got to be said, obviously we have a lot of sauce on our box. And in the dipping method, you don't get any sauce on the box whatsoever. So you can see it's absolutely covered in our sauce. Let's see what this one's like. What's quite interesting is the sauce has warmed up as well. So it gives more of an impression like it's being cooked in the sauce, which is quite nice. And it feels less like a dipping sauce, which doesn't really warm up at all. Stays kind of the same temperature that it was in the little pot. But if I had to pick between these two, which I do since that's the point of the video, I've got to say from a logical point of view, I'm going to have to go with dipping it normally. I just feel like the fact that it's not creating a mess everywhere. You can dip the part of the nugget that doesn't have sauce on it so you don't get any on your fingers. My hand here has been covered from these. And the likelihood that it just spills everywhere and covers whatever your environment in a thin layer of barbecue sauce, never to be removed again, it isn't there when you just dip it normally. So yeah, I think unfortunately, the hack is going to have to take the L on this, and yeah, just normal definitely works better for dipping sauce. So with that, let me know in the comments if there's other hacks you want to see me try, or what you want to see me test next. Very cool! Yum yum!